This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. Anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. See that I'm thinking, see I'm analyzing that data. But like I tell every day, the day they release us is false. It going to give us a false narrative of the market so we can make bad trading decisions. Listen, the Swiss government said they're putting UBS under investigation. Well, not investigation, wrong word, observation. They're going to be observing UBS with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that their increased footprint in the banking stratosphere in Switzerland doesn't lead to a monopoly type thing where they will be increasing interest rates and loan terms on businesses and individuals. Now, what do I think about that? First of all, is the Swiss government admitting that before UBS wasn't under observation, that UBS could do whatever they wanted with no repercussions? Are they saying they are like the SEC in the United States of America that allowed the bad actors to do whatever they want, whenever they want to do it with any real consequences? But I think that because, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I'm not saying to use UBS or not use UBS. UBS has a monopoly on the Swiss banking system. Their footprint in Switzerland is so large now that they can control the market. I mean, that's really the bottom line. They can control the market. But they have something called COMCO, which is like the competition authority. They have an authority that decides whether or not businesses or companies have a monopoly on a given sector. Okay, and in the banking sector, COMCO says that they think that UBS needs further scrutiny. But FINMA, which is like our SEC, well, probably not like our SEC, it's probably more like our FDI. Would it be the FDIC? I'm not sure, but it's a regulatory authority that controls the banking industry. That's supposed to keep them in line. Okay, it's supposed to keep them in line. But they don't think there's a problem with a monopoly, and COMCO thinks there is. COMCO, the competition authority in Switzerland, thinks that there is. Now, in the United States, even though they say they frown on monopolies, in my opinion, Citadel, being the market maker, the hedge fund, and the dog pool, is a legal monopoly and should not be able to exist in the United States. And if we had COMCO here, a competition authority, I am confident that they would shut Citadel down. I'm going to tell you guys something. Everything I've learned over the last 3 years tells me that our regulatory agencies, our law enforcement agencies, when it comes to the stock market, when it comes to finances, they are not doing their job. They're really not. They allow things that would be blatant crimes in any other industry to go on every single day in our stock market. And they know that it's going on because we know that it's going on. And this is what they do every day. This is what they're trained for. This is their purpose, their reason for existence. It's to catch the fraud and corruption. And yet, they do absolutely nothing. While I believe the biggest crime or the biggest financial crime in the history of the planet is going on right now on their watch, and they're letting it go down. Should the Swiss government be paying more attention to UBS? Of course they should. Because anybody that's holding that big a footprint over any industry should be under deeper scrutiny from the government. And the same thing in the United States. Citadel, in my opinion, should not be allowed to be a market maker, a hedge fund, and a dog pool. It is an illegal monopoly that wouldn't be allowed in any other industry. But somehow, Citadel's allowed to do it, and nobody cares. But I care. I care. I think it's a monopoly, and I am filing papers with the court, asking the courts to tell Citadel that they can't have a monopoly on the United States stock market, that it is an illegal monopoly. Whether the courts agree with me or not is a whole other issue. But I am definitely putting it on the table. I'm definitely putting in legal papers, and the courts is going to have to give me a reason why Citadel is not a monopoly. And if the lower courts agree that Citadel is not a monopoly, best believe I will be appealing that to the Circuit Court of Appeals in federal court and ask them to explain to me why Citadel is not an illegal monopoly. Bottom line is this: monopolies are bad for business, they're bad for competition, and just like the Swiss government is watching UBS to make sure they don't take advantage of that monopoly after they took over Credit Suisse, I believe the United States government should be on top of Citadel as the hedge fund, market maker, and dog pool, and they should not be allowed to do that because it's a legal monopoly, in my opinion, and hopefully the courts will agree with me and shut Citadel down. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that banks or hedge funds or market makers or dog pools should be allowed to have monopolies where they control entire sectors of the market? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.